Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Please. Sorry, I'm demanding. Oh, I've got the wrong jumper, wrong top on. I always do this. I'm going to just dangle it there, I think. Just let me know, guys, if you can hear me now. Hopefully my battery's going to last. I forgot to put a new battery in. Yay! Oh, I can hear myself now. Turn that off, please. Yeah. Don't need that. Hi, Jacqueline, and hello. Scrapmania. I should have my list of my design team vlogs, shouldn't I? So I know who your names. I think that is Tati. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, Kate. Right. Okay. Hello. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I'm really excited to be here. So, who was commenting there? Something or other. Oh, Gillian, love your glasses. Oh, my new glass, dear. I'm kind of doing a bit of like the 1970s vibe. They're huge, aren't they? But I really love them. They're only cheapies. If anybody needs any new glasses, then you need to message me and I'll tell you where to go because these were so cheap. I will never ever go into an optician's and buy glasses again. As long as you got your prescription, you need to go where I'm telling you. And I've got loads of vouchers. So for like, I don't know, big money off. So if you need new glasses, let me know. I'm the girl. I'll put you in touch. 2 pairs for, what were they, Chris? £48 for 2 pairs of glasses. Yeah. And thousands to choose from. So, right, let's get on. So, Diane, hello, and is that Tracy? I don't know what you. I'm sorry. It only comes up with like your Facebook kind of like handle thing. So I'm sorry. Right. Anyway, so thank you for joining me. Some of you probably know, but some of you won't know that I'm looking in the wrong camera. I'm looking at my Mac, and I should be looking here. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments. That we had a new launch on Friday. So this is why I didn't do the live on Wednesday because we were just absolutely chocker trying to get ready with everything. Yeah, Kay, yeah, message me about the glasses for sure. Honestly, guys, I have some like 50% coupons and 30% coupons to share. So I'm happy to do that. It's just a website. You just type in your prescription, and I got them like 3 weeks later and they are perfect. I went to Specsavers last September. The ones I bought were so uncomfortable. They cost hundreds of pounds and I've replaced them with 2 pairs that cost me 50 quid and they are so comfy. Nothing wrong with them at all. Really easy to do. And then they've given me loads of vouchers as well for like extra ones. So yeah, so I'll tell you where it is. Yeah, so I'm going to run through the new releases and hopefully get some demos in. I thought I'd do it on Sunday because we all have a little bit more time maybe. And it's a gorgeous day here, nice bright sunshine. So let's get going, shall we? So I don't want to kind of bore you to death too much. If you've already seen the shows, oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen the TV shows, I've posted links to those on the website because if you go on there, you can actually watch the replay. So head to the front page of the Polkadoodles website at polkadoodles.co.uk or .com. And you see there's a button, and I've put a separate button to each show, so you can watch the replay. You can either buy on Hobby Maker or you can buy from us. We've got slightly different bundles, I think, to Hobby Maker. But yeah, you can watch the show, see all the inspiration, because sometimes the TV show goes, well, it always goes way too fast. I feel like I never get to show you everything, but then equally this goes way too fast and I never get to show you everything as well. So hopefully we can cover it between both. We do have a little giveaway. So I haven't got a code today because I've been rushing about all morning trying to get things set up. So sorry, I haven't got a code, but we've got amazing deals on the website on the whole of the new release. So I'm gonna just sneak peek. I think first of all I'm gonna tempt you with samples, I think, and show you some samples because we have amazing samples. The design team have worked so hard and we never really get to show everything, I don't think, on the sample side of things. So which is, I don't know, you can go on the website. I don't know if I don't think all these are in the gallery yet either, so forgive me if they're not. So let me do it overhead just a second. I was going to show you in my hand, but I don't know if I will. Doesn't always work well overhead either. Hang on. Right, okay, I'm going to switch cameras. Hi, Maz. We've got Kim as well. Gillian, oh, forget the garden. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing a bit of gardening as well, but not going to happen. Right, okay, let's go here, shall we? So the first thing I want to show you, because I've got to show you these before we run out of time. Let's scoot round. I'm not even sat on my chair properly. I just have to show you. So basically, the collection, I'll tell you what, I'll get the products out first because it's not going to make sense probably. Like I say, I apologise because I feel like I'm a little bit disorganised. So the collection is called Hello Spring. And as Chris said, we seem to always do a lot of things with hello in the title, but it's because we literally, I always try and put a hello onto every set. So basically, you've got here stamps, we've got dies. There's two main sets of stamps and dies, so flowers, and these are called sketchy flowers. And basically the whole idea of these, so we've got dies, your outline dies that are going to match, so I don't need to show those. But basically the whole kind of idea behind it is I love doing these kind of like sketches, but then I didn't want it to have like all the sort of sketch lines on there. So what I've done is these stamps are kind of like a continual line, if you can see that there. So it kind of starts here and then I draw it and I'll literally draw everything in one continuous loop like here. And it's very, very similar to my normal style, but it's just slightly different, a little bit cleaner and crisper maybe. And I had an idea for these that I wanted to make it really, really easy for you to colour and to get a watercolour look. Oh, Jane's here. Yeah, Jane, happy birthday. We've got Jane. She's got happy birthday today. I don't know if it's a big one, but I hope you're having a lovely day. Hope someone's treated you to something nice, or that you've had lunch, or you're going out, or something like that. So we've got two different sets, like I said. Bear with me. I can never remember. The only way I can remember which set's which is one's got hello in it and one's got happy spring sentiments. They've each got a sentiment there. So this is the other set. So this one's got roses in there. This is how I kind of work it out. So happy spring is roses, and then hello is kind of, it's got a tulip in there. But they are very similar and they're designed to work together. And the reason we do two sets is because first of all, to store a great big huge A4 set is, it's a struggle, but also it makes a huge difference on pricing if we double up the size. So as soon as we double the size of a stamp set, the price like more than doubles as well. So we have to kind of, that's why we're splitting them down into smaller sets. So you've got the dies on there as well. Now, I haven't done layering stencils, but what I have done is, and I'm going to go straight into this. It took us a while to get there on the TV show, but I'm going to go straight into these because this is really fundamental. So what I have got is two stencils here which are called the Minimalist Art Colour Block Stencils. So, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating things from the show, but I kind of have to go through everything because not everyone watches, not everyone sees it at the time. So I have to not assume that everyone's seen it. Yes, I mentioned the giveaway. Yeah, we've got the giveaway. Can you keep flashing that up for people that are joining? Because we're getting a lot of new people coming in. So we've got a giveaway. I'll tell you what that is shortly, but you're going to love it. And it's basically, I think it's worth about £50. So it's one of the products out of the release. Okay. So you'll be, I'll tell you, it's the chipboard bundle. So we've got a big, huge chipboard bundle coming up. So some lucky winner is going to win that. So if you want to win it, then just type win in the comments, and it's a random selection at the end. If we do select a design team member, if the software does, we'll reselect it. So anyway, you've got these random kind of strange looking stencils here. These do layer, so when you put them over, you can see that they are different. They do layer, and you can use them any way you want. You can use them upside down, landscape, however. Now what these do is, this is what you will end up with. So this is just kind of like multiple colors, but then as I was using them, I thought this is going to make a great kind of animal print as well. So this is kind of like your animal look. Now I don't know if anyone's noticed, but in fashion at the minute, because denim is everywhere, basically kind of there's a real cowboy kind of theme coming through. I was looking for some new things yesterday, and this website I was on was covered in like cow print clothing, so like loads of t-shirts with this on. It was actually this on there, but it was in white and brown and kind of a slightly different colorway, and it was all that, you know, like that cowhide print, like a what do you call it? Is it like a cowhide rug? You know, like you know what I mean? Anyway, it's all that, and that's everywhere. So this is kind of why I designed this, because I've kind of been looking at this trend coming for the last year and thinking I really love what I'm seeing and being quite inspired by a specific trend. And so this is what this is, and it is really, really about to hit big, and it's going to be in all the sort of spring fashion lines and home decor, so cushions and furnishings and all of that. But anyway, this is the stencils. Okay, so bear with me and I'll show you what you're going to actually make. So let's get straight on, shall we? And I'll actually show you what's going to happen and why these go together. I've got so many more products to show you, but we'll just crack on and get started, I think. So let me grab my stamp. Oh, just got them out, haven't I? You'll have to bear with me, guys. I'm a little bit tired today, so I might be a bit all over the place. I'm tired, and apparently I'm a bit grumpy, according to some people. And to Chris. I wouldn't dare say. In case you can't hear him, he wouldn't dare say, he said. Yeah. I'm not that grumpy. I'm not that grumpy. I'm just still cleaning all my stamps from the embossing powder that we managed to get everywhere on Friday. I don't quite know what happened, but it was literally everywhere, all over the desk, all over the stamps, and all over everything. Right, I'm gonna move this in the middle. So let's just put a couple of random stamps on here. Let's do a little butterfly. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could actually start to kind of make up a little scene if you want. But you know, it's up to you. Let me see what else. I'm trying to use ones I haven't used yet. So, right, okay. So I'm just going to grab my ink. Yeah, it's all over my ink pads, my brushes, literally everything. I don't know whether I caught the embossing powder with my heat gun, or whether Rosie knocked it. She said that she knocked it, but I don't know if she did. I think she was trying to make me feel better, but I think it was probably me. Anyway, so let's just stamp that down. Oh, So this is our Priscilla tool, just in case nobody has ever seen one. And it just helps me get a bit of pressure on my stamps. Maz, you're tired too. 2 hours sleep. Well, I was okay last night, but it was the night before and the night before that. So the night before we drove down, I only had a couple of hours, and then the night, that was what, Wednesday night, and then Thursday night, the night before the show, I got woken up in the hotel and I just couldn't get back to sleep. So that was like about 1 o'clock in the morning. So, and obviously it's like a 4-hour drive down each way. So by the time we get back, it's a long day. We have to get up early. So yeah, so it's a bit of a killer. Okay, so I'm going to grab these. So I'm going to grab my stencils and just some brushes and some inks. Let me see what colours. Let's go. Well, we've got to go normal colours, haven't we? I'm not going to change the habit of a lifetime, guys. So my 4 favourite colours, as usual: yellow, blue, pink, green. Okay. So what we're going to do, these stencils are absolutely awesome. So these enable you to actually colorize your stamps without doing any work. So all we're going to do is just use these shapes, and you can use either stencil, completely up to you how you do them. You know, all these shapes will work with all sorts of different stamps. That you're going to be able to use them on all the other stamps that you've got in your stash. So, you know, you can use them, every stamp you've got, you can use. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly, let's have a little bit of yellow on there just to make it a little bit different as well. So I'm going to use, I'll show you in a second. I'm going to do all of these 4. So I'm going to do yellow, and we'll do the little butterfly. I've got a little flower here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'll go to the overhead camera in a minute, but I've got a box on the thing, so I can't quite move it. So let's go green there. And we'll go, let me see, let's have some yellow there. So look what happens. So basically, you would think that it would look a real mess, but it doesn't, because this is kind of in the style of minimalistic art, and all this sketchy continuous line with this colour blocking, this is all going to come through into fashion and into home interiors. It's in fabrics already, and it's going to be huge. But regardless of that, for us as crafters, this makes colouring so simple. So basically, we're going to be able to I'm going to go overhead now. I'm going to just go to the overhead camera. Where am I? There we go. So you're going to be able to really colorize all of your stamps very quickly. So I'm just trying to see which is the one zoomed in. And it's very modern, really, like Kay just said, yeah, very fresh. So you know, you're going to be able to just stamp this. We'll make a card in a second, but it doesn't matter what colours you use. You can mix your inks, whatever. You can go really soft, or you could go really bright if you want to. If you're going to go really bright, what I would say is you still a little tip, if you don't go dark, because you really want the actual stamp to stand out against the colour. So it isn't about necessarily about only the image, it's about the image plus the background colour. Now, once I actually, let me just show you. I've got loads here that I actually did the other day. In fact, am I on the back of it? So there's a few there. It's a little bit addictive, I'm not going to lie. You will find you start getting a bit addicted. So look, here's some others that I did. And it's just so fast to do, but you could colour coordinate. So, you know, if you wanted to do a set of note cards to sell, look at these four. This could just literally, and not so much that because it's a leaf, but these three could just be 3 little note cards. How quick are you going to make those? And more importantly, they're going to be really cheap to make. So all you're going to need to do, let's do it. Let me just grab instead of my block. Now you could also, these would also look really nice. Let me pick a different stamp. These are also going to look really nice if you emboss them. So let's just emboss one and do it that way as well. Oh, I've got so much to show you. Gosh, we're 20 minutes gone already. So say we're going to do some little note cards to sell. Where's my embossing powder? Oi! It's around here. Do you know what he's just done? The man, honestly. He's eating a banana. And he hasn't got the bin round next to him. So he's just thrown the banana skin on the floor. Is that a typical man thing or what? Or is it just my man thing? That he would do that? Honestly. Yeah, no, but you're going to stain the carpet. Can you... Honestly. I give up. Right, let's... We're at... Let me just see if I can just... need to get in and out. So, who else is here? Sue. Oh, sorry, I'm missing a lot of you. So, anyways, for me to get back on track, now Chris has picked his banana skin up. Yeah, so you're going to be able to use this with every other stamp in your stash. You give it a try. You know, it might not work with every single design, but I would say it probably will. I think that's gone. Okay, that's gone. So let's just give it a whirl. Let's see. Let's do the blue. And you've got different sizes. You could use, you know, like the little ones. They are designed to work with the stamps, by the way. It's not just like a random thing. So that, which is why you've got big ones and then you've got little ones as well. So what you could do, I'm going to do soft. I can't zoom in anymore on that camera. Let me just go to the other camera and just zoom in a bit more. Chris, what are you doing? Are you breaking my chair?
What?
All I can hear is creaking. I don't think I can get any closer in, I'm sorry. I don't feel like I'm any closer at all. But anyway, so look, I'm using the same one and then just colour blocking. So, oops, just a bit of, now, I'm kind of like done that, but I'm not very keen on it, so I'm going to get a bigger one. Go back to the big one. And we'll just go back over that, because you can just blend that back out again now. So you can actually layer them. And then if I just grab a tissue and just rub that off. Now, this is what I was saying before about, this is what I wanted to show you. So it will work with your white embossing powders, but I've lost the definition here, so it's kind of looking a bit strange. So what I'm going to do instead, let's go back in again with the blue, but we'll just put, which I'm trying this, you know, let's just see what happens. We'll go, because I've got the stem down here. So if it doesn't quite work, just, you know, try it out and see what else is going to happen. Still not working for me. It might be just like that it's a random stamp and it maybe needs just, I don't know, it looks worse on screen than it does in real life. But you know, give it a whirl, see what happens. What we could do, I think it's maybe that I need to break that pattern up a bit more. So let's go, I'm going to go with my yellow. Let's just see what happens if we just add a little bit of yellow in there. That might break it up a little bit. No, I think it's maybe the wrong, I don't know, maybe not quite the right stamp to have done it on. But anyway, you get the picture. So I don't want to spend the whole time on that because I haven't shown you anything else yet. So anyway, once you actually, what I do need to show you, I've got no room. I need to show you what they actually look like when you cut them out because they're amazing. So the one thing that I didn't quite realise was going to happen when, gosh, bear with me. Bear with me, I just need to find my die cuts. Oh, that was the other set that I was looking for. So you see, I did do that one before and it looks better there. There we go. So the one thing that did happen once I die cut them, and I wasn't expecting this, it was just like a kind of, no, I totally did expect it. I obviously planned it, completely planned it. Look, I've got things on everything. Anyway, so what, sorry, I just headbutted the camera. So what happened when I actually die cut them is they end up looking as if you've watercolored them. So look at all these. They literally look watercolored. So they're just gorgeous, absolutely fantastic. So whilst they look great just with a, you know, flat stamped into a card, they look amazing once they're actually die cut as well. I mean, this, I don't think I'm going to do any watercolouring anymore because this is so much faster and you can get the same result. So on these, all I did was literally I stamped a whole sheet just in black ink, and then I just literally got the stencils side by side like this, and I just randomly did colour over them and layered the colour as well. So, you know, I kind of did a couple of colours on some, as you can see. Now, you can kind of spot highlight certain bits. So like here, you know, I have done blue there and green there. You know, but you don't have to do that. You leave a lot of white. It doesn't matter. Leaving the white is what makes it look like it's watercoloured. So these are just amazing. I'm absolutely in love with them. The team were in love with them when they were doing them. I could tell because all the samples that came back were using these. And I can always tell the bits that they've loved because they use it the most. So, you know, they're just fab. There's a card that I started to make the other day on my TV show, and I kind of never quite got to finish it off. And I need to show you some samples, actually. So let me just show you what I was making with this, because I don't think I showed it. But look at this. How pretty is this? So 2 colours, just a red and a green ink pad. I think that's probably candied apple, I would say, this one, maybe. So just 2 different colours, a bit of vellum, and then we've got stamps and dies coming up. But how pretty is that? So let me just clear this desk a little, and just so that I'm not going to get ink everywhere, and I'm not going to lose all the bits that I've just done. Just bear with me, and I'm going to show you samples so that you've got more inspiration for these, because they're absolutely stunning. So the first set we've got here is, get them out of the way. So we've got the Happy Spring. Okay, so this is Happy Spring set, and these are some of the things you can make with it. Absolutely stunning, stunning samples from the team. Thanks, girls, for all your hard work. You're absolutely awesome. I'm just going to zoom that out. Just, let me go here. That's better. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. So look at this, so much dimension in this card. So here we've got, who made this? Natalia. So in the background here, you see those little sequins? She's just decorated, but I don't think she has. I think she's foiled it. There's a stencil in the background and it looks like lace. It's absolutely beautiful. And then she's just, now Natalia has actually coloured the stamps in. She hasn't used the stencils on this, but you could easily use the stencils. And the whole reason I did this was so that you don't have to colour them. There's so many of you out there, I know, that don't particularly enjoy colouring that much or don't have time. So, you know, if you're one of those people that doesn't have time to colour, then, you know, this is right up your street. You're going to absolutely love these. I might have to bring some different patterns out, I think, because they're just fab. So be prepared to get some extensions of this range, I think. So isn't that gorgeous? The brick stencil there, sort of a wall stencil. We've got that coming up. Here's another one. Look, so look how pretty that is. I actually think sometimes it just looks nice in single colour. That's such a quick card to make. So if you are selling your cards, you're going to absolutely love these. And this style, which is very kind of simple, clean, uncluttered. I'm not going to say, well, it kind of is clean and simple, but it's not simple to make necessarily. These are the cards that will sell at your craft fairs, especially to the younger kind of people maybe. You know, people tend to like things that are a bit uncluttered. Look at this gorgeous. Isn't that lovely? So just using a little postage stamp die. That's not one of ours. I'm not sure where that's from. And then making a shaker card there, which is really cute as well. And then to just show you the other set. So they're all from the Happy Spring set. The sentiments, which sentiments? Do you mean these? Okay, let me know. If you mean in these sentiments that are coming up, I'm going to show you next. So yeah, so happy birthday daughter, I'm going to show you that next. We've got that coming up. So this one just flat stamped and then blended with ink. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. If you wanted to maybe highlight a rose, you know, in there, you could maybe have done that in it, just done the rose head in a different colour. You know, oh, so many things you can do. Lots of layers and embossing if you like that. Yeah, thinking of Mother's Day. Yeah, absolutely. Mother's Day is coming up. So certainly in the UK, I think, is it the last, because Easter's really late, isn't it? So I think it's the last week of March. I think it might be the 29th. In fact, it is. It's the 20th, or is it 29th or 30th of March for the UK? I'm not sure what it is in Europe and America. It's usually May for the rest of you, but it's March for us. So that's that stamp we were just using with the stencil. Isn't that pretty? That kind of really reminds me quite Laura Ashley-esque, or very shabby chic, but just gorgeous. Beautiful. The stencil's coming up. I'm going to show you that. The hello is off the stamp set. Best friend. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Another one here. These, I have to say, these where they're quite pale, they look better in real life. This is gorgeous because it's being glittered. Really love how that's glittered. And then here, so, you know, again, 42 years young, this is coming up. So we've got a fantastic sentiment set coming up for you. So just stay tuned for that. But isn't that pretty? And I would never really have thought about doing that off the card, you know, kind of having it off-centered like that. I would have thought it wouldn't work, but it really does. I love it. Another one where it's been just coloured and die cut and layered, gorgeous. And this is a stencil. If I can show you, that's got a gloss on it. There you go. See the gloss in the background? We've got a stencil coming up for that. Again, off centre and just colouring that in. Love this one. So this one's layered and basically it's got an aperture. So really nice, really, really pretty. Love that one. And then finally, we've got this one, which is kind of like just random stamped. We've got some chipboard, which is coming up here, and that was a little bit busier, but it still works. It's lovely. So that's the design team inspiration for those. I'll just grab those and put them out of the way so that I've got a bit more room. So the next bit of the collection that I want to show you is that we've got other things that go with this. So this is just one collection. We've actually got 2 different releases here. So let me grab what else is coming up. I think we need to show you all the stencils. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to grab some black card just so I've got something you can see it a bit better. So first up, we have this fantastic brick stencil. Now I'm saying brick, it's not really just brick, it's bricks, stone walls, it's all sorts of things. It's very sort of cottagey, I think. Sorry, I'm just looking for I've got a sample board here to show you what it's actually going to look like when you make it. Bear with me. So much. I haven't got it. It's all on the floor next to me, so I'm trying to. It's always the last thing you come to, isn't it? Right here. Okay, there we go. So it's not just bricks. So I've designed this specifically so it can be a wall, and there's a reason why, because we've got a die coming up that you're going to want to use this with, and you can just part do it here as well. So really nice soft colours. You know, the trick to getting this really nice coloured effect is just to add a little bit. I've done this with oxides, but it would work just the same if you were doing it with normal distress inks or any other inks, whether you're using Claire's or whatever. But I think just using these nice soft colours. So I had a couple of browns. I had brush cord and vintage photo in there, along with what's it called? Victorian velvet pink and speckled egg, and a tiny little bit of peacock feather just to bring into the blue. And I think I might have put a bit of lost shadow in, but definitely put a little bit of light pink and a little bit of light blue, and it gives you this really nice stone effect. If you don't put those 2 colours in, it is quite brown. So, you know, just, you know, this one, you can see I had much less of the blue and the pink, but it still really works. So it really, really nice. Then we've got another stencil here as well, which is called the flower trellis circles, which is just gorgeous. The girls have used that a lot. That's the one Natalia used and made it look like lace. So I think she'd used something like the Lost Shadow, just a very, very pale colour. And it really does look like lace if you do it pale. Are you all still there? I've not... Say hello if you're still there. I don't know if I'm doing... Everything looks like it's gone... all the comments seem to have stopped. Are people still there, Chris?
No, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. You're all very quiet. So that's the stencil, 2 stencils. And then we also have, I need to clear these, too much to go through. Should we do two I don't know, I'm just wondering whether we do the others. I might do a quick sneak. So let's do this stencil. So we have, I don't know if you've seen them before. It wasn't last year. Time flies, doesn't it? I thought it was last year, but it wasn't. So we have the switchable stencils. So what happens with these? Where's my black bit of card? So these are so creative. And what you're going to do with these, so you're getting this stencil. When it comes, you're going to have, this is going to be joined in the center. Okay, you need to just snip that out. It's got a little tiny tab on it. Just get some scissors and just snip it out, and it's removable. And what that means is you can now use this stencil as a mask, but also you've then got the patterns that are included. Now I have to say there isn't a pattern for every single circle, because some of these go very small, so it's not going to work, to be honest, if you go too small on them. So you've got, I think, 3 patterns. There might be one missing from there, I think. I don't know if there's 3 or whether there's 4 in there. And what that means is you can actually change your stencils around. So if you wanted to, you could put this one in here and you could just mask this area off, or you could just stencil a little bit in the center here. Or what you could do is you could have a different size circle but use the larger stencil on that circle. So they're all interchangeable, so you can do whatever you want with these. Now the other amazing thing is I love having an aperture mask like this, because now you can stamp into the circles and mask off the area around. So these are really, really versatile. So you've got the circle one. If you want some inspiration, by the way, on what you can do with those, because I've not had time, much time to actually create with these yet, and I'll try and do a live maybe just on the switchables, because they are fantastic. There's a lot you can do. So this is the squares and rectangles one, and they go whichever way you want. You know, you can do them however you want. And I know, like the postage sort of dies, this kind of mosaic-y look is quite popular right now. I'm just going to move that camera. Look, it was when I headbutted it earlier, sorry. I moved it. There you go, a little bit straighter. So this one's exactly the same. So you're going to have all of these really delicate. Now these are quite delicate, you know, but just mask them. They will mask around the edge. They're so detailed, you're going to just absolutely love these. Let me show you what you can make with these. And what I was going to say, I've cut myself off, but what I was going to say was, if you want more inspiration on what you can do with switchables, head to the gallery on the website, or search on switchables, because the last ones we released, we had so many amazing samples. So look, this is what happens. So obviously this is your circle. So, you know, just that on its own, if you were doing a card and you wanted planets or suns or whatever, you know, it's great. And then look what happens when you actually start putting the stencils in place. So you can see, look, I've done that one there. I've actually masked into there. I've masked that one into there, that one into there. So, and even the little tiny one there. And then if you wanted to actually see that on a card example, you know, you could do it like that. So you can focus your sentiment into there and then actually just focus. I thought that was really nice with the butterfly just trailing off. And again, really quick and easy cards to make. Yes, you can watch this back. It's streaming onto YouTube, but you'll be able to watch it on YouTube, but you'll also be able to watch it after on Facebook as well. So thank you for that. Yes, you can. Yeah. If it doesn't play on Facebook for any reason, head to YouTube and the Polkadoodles crafting channel on YouTube, and you'll find it there after. We always post onto there. You'll be able to see our other ones as well. So this is the squares and rectangles. Again, gorgeous. You could be doing anything with that, couldn't you? And again, you know, stamping it, stenciling in. And then you've got this lovely card that I just made. Again, really super quick and easy, and that mosaic effect. And look, I just did part of that one. I used the stencil as the aperture, and then I just literally, so I kind of had it masked off like that, and then I just went in with my stamp. So you can overstamp by masking it off. This is what I was saying. You can actually stamp into the apertures and do it that way. But I just thought that was really, really, I just love this look. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that's the switchables. Phew, are you still catching up? My goodness, I'm running out of breath. I haven't got a drink. So then we've got, so this is still release one. Yeah, it's big release. So then we have these gorgeous dies here as well. So this is the Botanical dies. Let me just show you these. You see, you can't really see them on there, can you? Let's have a look. So these dies are botanical foliage. So really great leaves and just kind of like elements you're going to love. This one, you're going to use this all the time. Absolutely gorgeous die, this one. And these are just going to be like a real staple you know, kind of go-to set. We used to have, well, we still have it actually, because we've reordered it numerous times. If you want something to go with this, and it's actually similar to this die, go on the website and when you shop it, and add the Super Sprig die into your basket. It's really low price. I think it's about £3 or something like that, because it's just a little die on its own. It is the best die ever. It's my favourite die I've got in my shop, in my whole stash. Now, the reason we brought you these, you're going to find out in a minute, because these go with the next release, but also there aren't, because I got so carried away with the sketchy flower stamps, you haven't got, these are mainly flowers in here. There are a few leaves, but there's not, each set, oh, that is the same set. Each set has a couple of leaves in, but not many. So once I actually finished and I started creating, I was kind of like, oh yeah, right, okay, I need to have some botanical leaves in there as well. So that's why we've got this. So it was designed to go with, but it's also designed to go with something else coming up. Okay, so that's your botanical dies, must have again. And then the last bit of this collection, last but not least, by a long way, it's actually kind of one of my favourite bits. I love the whole thing, to be honest, but you're going to love this. And I'm going to tease you now. So I'm going to show you what you can create without showing you the last bit of the collection. So this is, we've got some chipboard for you, okay? And I'm on a bit of a mission to kind of get everybody on the chipboard trail, because it's just so lovely to work with. You're going to absolutely... Sorry, I'm looking for my black card again. So we've got chipboard, and this is what you're going to be able to make with this collection. So let me just flip my camera around, because I feel like you need to sort of be able to see this a bit closer. So these are going to stand up. So we have lots of chipboard in the collection. It's a great big massive set. And just a reminder, those of you that have come in late, we have a giveaway, and we're giving away the chipboard bundle, which is worth £50, which is about $70, I think, $70-ish, something like that. So about 60, 70 euros, dollars. Now there's actually 4 different sets of chipboard. So this is a really solid look. And what you're going to get is you're going to get these little MDF stands here. And let me show, oh, I've got to show you these. I have to show you. Which bit shall I show you first? Shall I show you what you're actually getting first? So you're going to get these chipboard. If you've never used it before, because I think it's new to quite a few people, it's basically a very thick, this is 1.5 millimeters thick, and it's a board made from various layers of compressed paper. So it's like a lightweight, very lightweight cardboard, but it's thick. It's 1.5 mil, and we've precision cut, laser cut this. And what you can do is you can actually use this with paint, watercolour paints, acrylic paints. You could use it with oil paints if you like oil paints. You can use it with gouache paint, crayons, pencils. Because it's cardboard, and because of the way it's made, it's super absorbent. So it's really high quality. It's a very expensive material for us to buy. But it makes the most gorgeous embellishments, because it's this lovely ivory colour. So you get this lovely ivory hue to everything. So there's 4 sets. This is the pretty jars and vases. And where you're seeing like a double line here, that means there's a frame here. So I don't know if you can see it, but you can just pop yours out. So you're just going to pop this frame out. I'm not going to, mine are all stuck down, but just so that they don't all fall out. And then we've given you all of these little bows to decorate your vases with. These are actually labels. So you can see here, hiding at the top, you've got little mason jars here. Let me just grab, there's 3 sets of these. There we go. So you've got all the mason jars. So you can see there's a lot here, and you can colorize these. They're all engraved, so you can colorize these, but each one of these has its own frame. And my demo that I want to do is actually using this now. Hang on. So that's 2 sheets of that. There's another sheet. Hang on. Here we go. And so in that set, so I'm still in the pretty frames, no, pretty jars and vases. Then look, you've also got, excuse me, got hiccups. You've got Wellingtons, and look, you've got these gorgeous little hearts and go into these. So you've got Wellingtons, you've got watering cans here. You've also got a planter as well, which has a little heart there. So you've got, and also you've got the word mum. So we've got Mother's Day coming up. That's why that's there. So that's that set. Okay, I'm going to show you more of what you can create. Another set is, we've done the, I absolutely love borders. I love borders. I think they're highly underused and underrated. These are 12-inch, so if you're a scrapbooker, you'll be able to use these on your scrapbook pages. So you've got 10 borders here, border strips. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 10. But you'll be able to use the wastage as well, because the waste is so pretty. I mean, look, this is waste, but you'll be able to use this as well to decorate, kind of like, so don't throw anything away there. Then we've got this set, which is more foliage. So this actually all coordinates, and this actually even coordinates with that botanical die. So this is an enlarged version of that botanical die set. And these are all going to work with your stamps. You're going to be able to kind of combine everything or use them on their own, completely up to you. So that's the foliage set, the botanical set. We're giving all this away, guys. Somebody is going to win all of this. And each one of these sets is, what price are they, Chris? I can't remember. I don't know. Chipboard is so expensive, and our pricing on it is really, really good. And then we've got the frames and quotes set. So how much?
£8.
No, it's more than that. £7.99.
£7.99 for that one.
No, that's not the right price. It should be more than that. £7.99.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Honestly, I went online to research the prices of chipboard, and this one sheet would be at least £5. So anyway, you've got have a lovely day here. Happy birthday, friend, birthday, smile every day. Then you've got these gorgeous, lovely frames that are going to pop out, and you're obviously going to get the centers as well. So that's one of this. This is the frame set. So you're getting 3 sheets in here. This one I love. It says, "You brighten my day." It's quite hard to see when they're kind of down. You've got another mum there. Some more gorgeous frames. This one you've actually got 3 in here. 3 frames in there. So I actually designed these so they worked for the inside bits as well. And then you've also got this set. So you can see these are a really good set size as well. Now, if you wanted to, you can trim this because it'll cut down with just with scissors or your craft knife. And then you've got wonderful and best wishes. So, I mean, you're wonderful here. This is a statement sentiment. You don't need anything else on your card here. That's it. It's done. You know, look how gorgeous these are. I mean, you know, the thing is on here, because we're laser cutting, we actually can get more detail than we do with a die. So one lucky person is winning all of that, okay? So it's a huge amount, it really is huge. It doesn't necessarily look huge when they're stuck down, but there is. One of those kits has 50 pieces in it alone. So I think there's about 100 pieces there of chipboard altogether. So like I said, right, let me show you. So this is how I envisioned you using these, but obviously you use them how you want. So you've got the little frame there. I've just got my ink and put it onto the rose, and then you've got another. This is why you had so many vases and vessels. So then what I've done, I've just glued it in between. You've got some little you're going to get these as well, which I forgot to show you. So you're going to get these. These are little stands. And what you're going to do with these, this is going to, oh God, honestly, everything's just dropped on the floor. So these are all different sizes. Now you'll need to just check and make sure you get the right one for the bit of chipboard you're using. So let me just grab some chipboard here. Okay. Joe, we might go past an hour, I think, here, because I've still got lots to show you. So this is my little planter look, which is so cute. So you're going to get the back one. Now this stand's a little bit big for it because I've already used the one that was for you actually get at least 2 for each one. So basically you're going to just glue the bottom bits here and actually just insert them into the stands, okay, like that. Then what I would say is you need to get your whatever you're going to put in, do that next. In fact, what I would do is I would do this flat. So glue your roses onto this piece first and assemble last, because it just makes it a bit easier. But then what's going to happen is you're going to actually glue that and put it in there, and then you're going to do the same for the front. Decorate it, colour it if you want to. You could cover them in paper, you can do whatever you want. Now look, it stands up, so you can, once it's done, you can actually leave it just glued like that and have a gap if you want to. It's completely up to you. But what I did and what I like is I liked to just touch them together down the middle, so, and then just add a little bit of glue, and it just hid all the workings of the inside bit. Now it's completely up to you if you want to do that or not. So let me just show you all the others that I made. So that's the first one, which I love. Gorge. Here's another one. So look at this. This is the mason jar. Isn't that pretty? So look how cute. Just adding the, you see, look, the little bows all work. It's just, and it was so quick to do. The stamps, so I've combined the chipboard and the stamps on this one, and they were all designed to work together so that you could do that, so that it's not all you know, that it only works with one set of things. Just absolutely adore them. Here's a chipboard one. They're so delicate, but these are going to make gorgeous gifts, and the whole point was Mother's Day is coming up. Even if your Mother's Day isn't until May, that's not that far away. So this one is all chipboard, and there's that little planter. So look, this is what I mean. So you kind of have the workings in there. Now I didn't actually press that one together. You can actually do that later if you wanted to. So you could press it together, and you could have whatever. You know, you could put a piece of card behind there if you wanted to. I glittered the, it's not showing up very well. I actually glittered and then embossed, or put my what do you call it, glossy accents over that one. You know, but just so cute. And I actually just put that sentiment on a little stick to make that one. Here's another one. Oh, it's got a bit, this one's got a bit damaged. I found the box that these were in upside down, so that's a bit floppy. So I used that frame, and like you can see, it's flopping over. I'm gutted. I might have to put another one on there. I'll have to get another frame. There's only one in the, oh look, I've just bent it off. You do need to be a little bit careful with your chipboard. It will glue back on. I'll put a bit of glue on there, and it'll kind of strengthen it again. It's obviously got damaged in the box. But how cute is that? A little watering can. And then also, just if I just flip that down, I just want to show you, look. This is why I gave you all those botanical dies as well, because look, they're all perfect for putting into these as well. So this whole kit was kind of designed around these. Well, it wasn't. It was designed, the sketchy flower stamps came first, but as soon as I made those, I made these next. So it was all designed to work together. So I need to repair that. I'm going to put that to one side. And then, sorry, I know I'm taking a long time. Look at the boot. How cute's the boot? And look, just pressed it together. These are really solid though. Look, you can kind of throw these around quite a bit. It was just that one that had that big wreath on it. Was not very stable. But look, just stamps into there. The bows are just adorable. They're killing me, the bows. I just absolutely love them. Oop. Another one, I would make a little box to send this in. And, you know, just gorgeous. And then again, look, I've glossy accented. My glossy accents were all dried out. It took me about half an hour to release them out of the top. But yeah, they've got all a bit, went a bit funny. The one thing I'll say, when I did this, if you decide to glossy accent yours, you know when you wet your paper, when you're watercolouring and your paper bends, that's what happened to my boot here. So if you do it, be prepared to have to kind of bend that back. It really bent. Look, you can sort of see it really bent round quite a lot. So maybe just wet the back as well, because at the end of the day it is a cardstock. So, but loving putting the sentiments there as well. And just got two more. This one I love because this one's really simple. So if someone's more minimal and likes something quite simple and plain, ignore the upside down hearts. Yours aren't going to be upside down. This was using one of my first templates that we cut, and I didn't realise I'd done it upside down. And then I want to just show you a different way of using this. So what Christine did here, she's made hers. So she's used the little planter. She's colorized it, cut the stamps, stamped and cut the stamps and decorated it. And she has put two together, but I did not send her the little stands, so she didn't have the stands. So what she's done, she actually made her own little connector thing there, look. Now, if you're posting this, look what you can do. If you just make a little, so four-sided piece of card, glued, and look, it's like a little one of those little pop-up card things. So you can post that. So how cute would that be? And it does stand up, look. It's adorable. So, you know, you can do that as well. So great idea, Christine. Love that. So that's all of your little, so if there's one reason to get the chipboard, this is it, because they're just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, who wouldn't like that? I just, this one is going, I love this one. I think that's going on my windowsill somewhere. Absolutely love those. So let me see if I can show you those from overhead, just to give you a slightly different angle, because sometimes you can't see. I've got so much stuff on my desk here. Do you want me to carry on, or have you had enough at an hour? We're already at an hour and I'm only halfway through. Chris is like groaning already. What's the matter? Is football on? Let me see. Can you see them overhead? Not really. You can't really see them very well, can you? It's just slightly different angle, just so that you can see them a bit better, maybe. They're just so pretty. This one I love as well. Really love that one. But they were so simple. I made all of these in, well, I'm not going to lie. They weren't like, you know, it didn't take me 2 minutes. But without the die cutting, they did take 2 minutes. So once I'd actually cut all the bits and pieces out and done the stamping and the colouring and everything, you know, literally it was like a sort of 20 minutes to make all of them, if that. Because they're just literally glued into the bottom. Oh, you're freezing. I'm sorry you're freezing. I don't think it's us. I think it might be your internet connection. I hope it is anyway. I hope it's not too bad. Right, okay. So that's the chipboard. So again, don't forget, comment win if you want to win all of this chipboard, because there is loads and loads and loads of it. You've got, I don't know how many sheets there are. I have no idea. I've lost track. Totally lost track. All that. You've got all of those sheets. Chris, can you work out how many pieces there are? I know there's 50 in one of them. It says on each product, but I don't know if it's you. I don't know if you've got it on your list. Right. Does anybody want to see the next set of the next release, which is kind of part of this release as well. There's a lot going on. Oh, I'm not going to get... Shall I get a demo in? Do you know, shall we do the next release on Wednesday? Because I don't want to bore you too much. I think let's do the next release on Wednesday, because I want to get a little demonstration. Yeah. Oh look, you can comment in there. I don't need to go.
You have to restart it.
I've done it. Oh yeah, okay, good. Sorry about that, guys. Just like literally lost the internet for some reason. No idea why. Okay, so sorry. Anyway, so before I was rudely interrupted, the other thing I forgot to tell you, sorry, this totally made me lose track of where I was now. What I'll do is when I've finished this and it's all uploaded onto YouTube, I'll actually string it together. I'll actually edit it and put it together so it's all on one thing. So if you come across this on YouTube, don't worry about it. Right, the other thing that I forgot to tell you about is that you're also going to get in the chipboard set, you also get 2 MDF plaques, signs. These are like engraved, so that they're like little signs, so you can actually make these. And let me just, and also I've not shown you any samples with the chipboard, which I must do because we've got some gorgeous samples here as well. So, oh God, honestly, right, bear with me. I'll just get one thing out at a time. So these are just great because you can actually string these. They could be a sign for someone with their name on. You could decorate these with the flowers. They would look super nice with all the flower stamps and with the chipboard as well. Do what you want with them. But I just thought they were really great. And the other thing, they would look really nice. The reason I kind of put them in there was I thought I would do one for my mum and actually put that mum on there for Mother's Day and then decorate the whole thing. However, I'm so in love with those little vases that I think I'll be using those instead. And also, just before I forget, another thing, you know, I was talking about the frames on the chipboard, and this is what the frames come out like. So you actually have these separate, and you'll see why in a second when I actually show you. But that MDF sign there, this is the sort of thing you could actually make with that. So Rachel made this one, I think. Was it you, Rach? Yeah, Rachel made this. Isn't that lovely? So she's actually used the little watering can, some of the chipboard, some of the dies. She's actually used some of our other dies as well, some older things. And then here, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, yeah. That's one of the chipboard borders, which is just gorgeous. And she's coloured it black or painted it black. Used the brick stencil to give lots of texture on there as well, so it's kind of almost like a little garden wall. So gorgeous. Let me show you some of these other samples, because I feel like these have, some of these I don't think were shown on the show because I had them on my desk, and then I kind of, well, it wasn't that I forgot, we just never got around to showing them. So this one I'm going to try and shout out. So Jane made this with the chipboard, and because it's so sturdy, it's delicate but it's sturdy at the same time. So again, using glossy accents, or it could be resin, ultra thick embossing powders, and she's also used that trellis circle stencil in the background. This one I absolutely love. So Christine's cut the vase in half here. Now that means that you'd actually have a bowl to use as well, and just the chipboard there and the wall. We've also got, I think this is Rachel, this one. So Rachel's used a mason jar with the rose stamps. This flower trellis again, that's a real favourite, that one. This is the switchables. Sorry, this is out of a different one. So this was using the switchable stencils. So, you know, this is the sort of effect you can get. So just really swapping and changing those around. Look at this gorgeous one. So this is Christine. And so what she's done here, this is so clever. She's actually used the chipboard, which is this piece. Look, it's shiny. Can you see? Hang on. Okay, there you go. So this is ultra thick embossed, and she actually did this with her pancake maker. So she must have like a little one of those little cheap pancake makers, and she used it for triple embossing, ultra thick embossing. So she's actually placed the chipboard onto this card, sprayed it with ink, moved it. Oh, yeah, Christine, how she must have masked it somehow, because she's got 3, unless I sent 3 maybe. Anyway, I don't know how many you get in the kit. You might get 2 of them, I think. But anyway, you're getting that gorgeous negative and positive. So, but just gorgeous. This is Jane. So using that mum word, but separating it out, which is really clever. And the mason jars and the borders. And I love how she's decorated the jars with that die cut as well from the Botanical dies. We've got this one using the borders to make a little frame there, which is lovely. Love this one. This is Jane again, I think. Yeah, Jane. That trellis stencil, this is what I was saying. Look how it looks like lace behind. Now, what she's done here, look, is we've got the frame of the mason jar. So basically, all of those jars where you've got the frame means that you can have 2. Or kind of make those jars go even further. And then she's added a little bit of vellum, and I just love how she's just sprinkled all the flowers around. I just think that's gorgeous. Jane again with this one. I thought that was cut off for a minute, that I'd lost it then. How cool is this? So look, she's used the planter and the wellies and the watering can, but look, she's actually made it look, I think that's a jar there. Yeah, it is. Look, oh, Jane, you're so creative. So what she's done, I never even noticed this before. So she's turned a mason jar. Look, this is the mason jar, because you can just see the top with that frilly bit there. So she's put that in upside down, and it's someone's legs actually watering the planter. Look, isn't that cool? That is just so creative. Thanks for doing that, Jane. And look, the other thing here as well, she's used the border for grass. Isn't that cool? So it just goes to show how creative you can be with these. And then we've got another one here, which is Jane again, using the circle from the switchable stencil. These dies, I'll show these on Wednesday. So on Wednesday's live, I'll do the rest of the products. She's used, look, the little labels which are for the jars. She's used them as little presents. How cute. And she's even put one of those. Do you know, Jen, I never even really looked at this before. So creative. She blows my mind. So the frame of the mason jar, these are the labels for the jars. She's then turned that label round and has put that in there like a candle. So it's actually got a little candle in that jar. And then she's just made a little flame for the candle. Genius, Jen, genius. Right, and then I want to show you a couple more. So here, again, Christine using the chipboard as a mask. So she just put them on here and then just spritzed over the top and then used that chipboard somewhere else. Gorgeous, really gorgeous effect. I love that. And then she's done the same again here, just with that one, and using the switchable stencils. Look, these patterns are all throughout all the samples. The girls have loved those. And then look, these two cards from one. Look, so this was the chipboard she put onto here, and then she's used this on its own I love how this flower stencil looks, this flower trellis looks like lace. And then look, she's also triple embossed. So quite a few of the girls went for the triple embossed look independently without speaking to each other, I think. But look, how gorgeous does that? That looks so expensive, that card. Honestly, in your hand, it's so tactile because it's super thick. It's really, really like a good couple of millimeters thick, but not heavy to post because it's really lightweight. So that's the chipboard. So let me do a quick demonstration, seeing as we kind of came back again, if you're all still with me. Let's do a quick demo. And I did get it out. Where is it? Here. No, we're all right. My demo is literally going to take me 5 minutes. It's all prepped. It's not going to take long at all. I hope it's not going to take me long anyway. Okay, so bear with me. So I just want to show you this because we're on with the chipboard anyway. I'm getting a sore throat. I need to stop anyway. Oh, my side camera's gone. Let's see if I can get it started again. There we go. Okay, so I've got a little tent card here. So that we're just going to make something quite fast. Cute and fast. And let me grab my stencils. I don't know where I've put things now because I've just kind of been lobbing things around. I think I've... Oh, crikey, what have I put? Where have I put that? There, somewhere. Oh. Bear with me. There it is. So I just want to show you this trellis. So we're going to use the trellis. Actually, shall we use trellis? Yeah, because I don't know what I've done with the others. I was going to use the switchables. I don't know what I've done with it. Right, okay. Anyway, so I'm just going to hold this down, and just for speed, crikey, I just nearly picked my craft knife up at the wrong side then. I'm on my magnetic mat here, and this is another really great use for your magnetic wands. So rather than just taping them down just for speed, I'm just going to use my wands, and I'm just going to just add a tiny little bit of ink, not too much. It's just, so I'm using fossilized amber and peacock feather, and I might just put a little bit down there, and that's it. That's as far as I'm going with that. So pretty, look. It just is so nice. Okay, so I am, before I do anything else, I'm just going to put the lids. I've just realised I've got all my ink pads with no lids on. Let me just put them back. Okay, so what we're then going to do is, in here I have my, where are we going? Okay, so I've got one of my mason jars here. Okay, so when you come to get these have little tiny tabs in them, so you just need to gently tease those out. Don't be rough with your chipboard because it is quite delicate, and you know, kind of, it's better once you've actually glued it down and everything, but all the pieces should just pop out. If you get anything that won't pop out for any reason, I mean, you can just get a little tiny pair of scissors and just snip them out, or just use your craft knife just to run it along the line. Scalpel, yeah. But if you do end up with any that don't cut for any reason, that, you know, have got past quality control, just let us know and we'll send you another one. So I don't want this bit today. What I'm going to do, well, I kind of do, but what I'm going to do is we're going to use the actual frame. So I've already painted the frame separately, or inked it. So you can paint it, you can ink it, you can use whatever you like in terms of kind of mediums. Okay, so I'm going to use the actual frame. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is we're going to actually snip off this section. So just follow the line around, and that will give you kind of it's like a jam jar, isn't it? You know, like a mason jar top with your jam jar. Okay, and if you find that it's a little bit ragged, you know, if you find that you've got like a few little notches, you can just get like an emery board or a nail file and you can just sand that down. But I find it's just easier, you know, really just to sort of trim it off. You can also, if you want to manipulate this, if you wanted to bend it, you can. So just spritz it, don't over wet it, but you could just spritz a little bit of water on there and you can then manipulate it as well. So I'm going to just ink this. That's all I need to do. And then we're going to actually glue that into there. Okay, so now it actually well, it didn't quite, I thought it was going to sit in, but it doesn't. Now you're going to actually just glue that in, attach it in. Okay, so you've now got, I'm not going to do it just for speed, but you've got that sitting in there. Okay, now then what you're going to do is you're going to paint another one. So you're going to get your frame again and you're going to need another one, and then what you're going to do is actually take some vellum and trace it around on your vellum and actually cut the vellum to fit. Okay, so you want it to actually fit the whole thing and glue it in place. Now what we've done here is we've actually done exactly that, but instead of inking it, we've just actually painted this one so it's a little bit darker. So now we have a vellum mason jar. Okay, I'm nearly done. I know we've been a long time today, but I am nearly done. This is super quick. So what we're going to do now, this one that we did first, we're going to actually attach. So I want some glue here. Okay, and we want glue all the way around this, so we want a lot of glue. We're making a shaker basically, but it's just such a nice way to make a shaker. So I'm going to position this. I think it'll go kind of here. So I'm just going to push that right down. And because we've got that depth, because remember this is 1.5 millimeters thick, we've got that depth. So it's actually going to give us a really nice depth and a frame for that shaker. Oh, Mrs. Snail Mail, thank you. You might be at this rate. Honestly, I'm not the fastest crafter in the world. So we've then got here, and thanks to Christine for doing this demo for me, because she prepped this for me. So thanks, Christine. So here we've got lots of our little bits of foliage from that botanical die, remember? And what I'm going to do is, look, this is just this die. This is literally to die for, this die. I'm in love with it. I think it's actually become my new favourite. So I'm going to just stick this here, and we're going to put a couple of other bits of the dies, just a little bit of glue, and we're just going to put those there. I think this one as well, and put that one there. And they're just the right size for a card, these, because sometimes I find some dies are a bit too big. Now, here I've got some lovely shaker bits. Okay, I'm not going to use them all. So we've got little beads and stars in there. Now, what I do need to do, I've got gaps. Okay, I need to make sure Do you know, all my bits came out and no stars. All the beads came out and no stars. That's gorgeous. That doesn't want to stick there. Just make sure it's stuck, remember. It's going to keep coming up. I've used the wrong glue. I used this. I should have used my ultra tacky. Let me grab it. The Aleene's ultra tacky. Don't know if it's free. Are we still having problems? Is it throwing you out? No, someone, Mrs. Snail Mail says it keeps throwing her out. Maybe just you keep refreshing. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I'm on all comments. Have I not got? Right. Ugh. I knew that was going to happen. Right, sorry guys, I'm just trying to grab some glue, but all my glues are blocked up. Why is it every glue is blocked when you need one? Come on. No, every single one. I'll have to go back to my other one. Right, okay. I think it's stuck now anyway. So now what I'm going to do... Oh, don't blob it too much like that. I'll just ignore that. It'll dry clear. So just go right round the whole edge. This is a bit too thick, really, but anyway. But because you've got that depth of the frame there for you, it's going to enable you to create a really nice... let me just grab some tissue there. Get rid of that little blob there. It's going to enable you to create a really nice shaker frame. The sun's gone in, Chris. Do you want to pull the blind up a bit? I'm nearly done now, but it's getting dark. What, because I've been here so long? Yeah. And so now we can just add that on there. So I'm just going to use the back of that card just to press that down into place. I won't shake it yet. And then I've just got here, and I can get hold of it. I'm just going to put a little bow in the middle there. And we have got this. I don't think this was meant to be in there, but maybe I think that would look quite cute if we put that there and just sat that on the frame there. I just love how all the different elements in this collection all just work perfectly together. Whoops. Maybe a little bit of 3D under there maybe. And then I've just got the Hello sentiment from the Hello Sketchy flower stamps. And I'm just going to put that, just put a little bit of glue in there. Let's just position that, let me see. Just put it about there. Oh, so cute. Okay. And then I'm just going to get my card, and I don't want to quite shake this yet. I just want to make sure that that glue is 100% dried. And you just need to match it up so that it kind of looks complete. Looks a little messy right now, but it'll be all right. Just grab that and put that back on. Do you know what? I have a little tiny star on my desk. I'm going to just see if I can grab that. It's minuscule, can you see? But it's just, It's asking to go right in the middle of my bow. Come on. Sorry if I'm banging my mic on the desk. There you go, I did work. And that's it. How pretty is that? So, little shaker. It'll shake a bit better when it's dry. I didn't quite put enough in there, I don't think. But how gorgeous is that? Isn't that pretty? And there's one we did. This is the one Christine did with a full shaker in there. She put loads in there. Mine of all, I was a bit greedy, I think, with my confetti. But I love how she used the switch. The only difference here really is she just used the switchables here. That little tiny one there. So that was a bit of a mammoth. Session. An hour and a half. Wow. Okay, so I will definitely. So we'll be back on Wednesday, and I'll show you the other collection. Because it's just a lot to get through. Now I know why we didn't get through it all on Friday, or we were in a bit of a rush and a flap. So, if you've got any questions at all, please just leave them in the comments. I mean, you've all been amazing for sticking with me for so long. I'm sorry that we lost connection. Let's do the winners then, Chris. So, who is going to win that gorgeous chipboard kit? Press the button. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, I love it when all the names come up. You wait, I bet it picks someone off the design team. It always does. Let's see who is there.
Carol Keane.
Carol Keane. Well done, Carol. I hope, is she still there? Carol, if you can you well, you'll get an email anyway. I think you get a comment. I think it tells you what to do. You just need to email me to claim that, and we'll get one sent out for you. It'll be a few days. Don't exit. We're still about to start packing all of the Hobby Maker shows, so we'll try and get that out first before we do anything else tomorrow. But it might take a few days, so just bear with us. But if you can just email through, just follow the instructions in the direct message that comes to you. One thing I forgot to say, guys, if you want a reminder for the next live, all you need to do is that you're going to follow from now on. In time we go live, so you don't miss it. Logged into your social, whether that's Facebook or Instagram. So you'll just get a little private message. You can unsubscribe from that at any point you want to, but it's really cool because it just makes sure that you don't miss it. What else do I need to say, Chris? Is that it?
I think so.
All these products are all on the website. And like I said, I have put links onto the Hobby Maker TV shows if you want to see more on the TV shows. That's on the website as well. But also, Chris has been popping up all of the little for each product. So if you are re-watching this, if you just type that, do you know, we never said that at the beginning. I knew there was something we didn't do. You need a checklist to tell me what to do. So if you are interested in any of those products, but you haven't got time to go mooching about on the website, or you can't find something, there's a link. It has a code next to each product. If you just type that product code into the comments of the post, you will again get a link, and it'll go straight onto the website, so you'll be able to find it super easy if you want to have another nosy or have a look, or even to look at the samples for that product. I haven't loaded the gallery yet for this collection. I don't think I have anyway. I can't remember. It's been a busy week. But anyway, it'll be, if it isn't there already, it'll be there in tomorrow. I'll do it. So thank you all so much for joining me and for sticking with me for an hour and a half. I'm sorry if it was a bit much. And hopefully I'm going to see you all on Wednesday. So Wednesday night at 7 o'clock is our regular slot. So that's 7 p.m. UK, 8 p.m. if you're in the EU, and it'll be 2 p.m. if you're in the States on Eastern Standard Time. So thank you so much for joining me and giving up your Sunday afternoon. I'm going to go and grab a drink because my voice is about to go. Oh, and those of you that wanted the glasses, if you weren't right at the beginning, lots of discussion about my new glasses. If you need new glasses, then message me at the end. Leave a comment saying glasses, and I will let you know where I got these glasses from because they were super cheap. They cost a quarter of what my old glasses cost. So I went and got a prescription. I bought some new glasses in September. I actually broke a pair, so I kind of wanted some more, but I couldn't afford them because they were so expensive. So I did a bit of shopping around, found a new website, thought I'm going to give it a try because they were so cheap. And I thought they're going to come back, they're going to be so plastic and they're not going to fit very well. My others literally cost me hundreds of pounds and they were uncomfortable. So, and also I stood on a pair. So I wasn't expecting a lot. But anyway, I went on this website. The frames were like £20, £30, plus the lenses. But even with the lenses, they were only about £50, £60. And then to make it even better, I got 2 for 1. And then, even better, they gave me a voucher. And then when I got them, they were amazing. They're so comfortable. They're really good quality. I love them. Got 2 pairs for a quarter of the price of my other 2 pairs. And in the stuff they sent me, I've got loads of vouchers to share. So they've got a website and everything that I can share with you. So just put glasses in the comments if you want that information, and I'll send you through because you'll have a special code to use. And then I also get a discount on a second pair, on a third pair rather, which I actually now want. And it's just nice to be able to swap and change your glasses around and not wear the same ones all the time, isn't it? Yeah, just do that. Right, I will see you hopefully on Wednesday. So check out the website. You can watch the replay if you missed parts of it, either here on Facebook and Instagram, or catch it on YouTube as well if you want to. Right, okay, I will see you Wednesday. Thanks so much. Bye bye.